Good morning, student. Myself Manoj Chotia from Raghunath Vidyalaya, Ratangad. We are studying breathing and exchange of gases. In this chapter, we studied about respiratory system of human, and then after various capacity of lungs and volume of air. Now today's our topic is and then after we studied about mechanism of respiration, and in mechanism of respiration we studied first unit inspiration and expiration. Now our today's topic is exchange of gases. Exchange of gases. Alveoli are the primary sites. Alveoli are the primary site of exchange of gases. Exchange of gases also occur between blood and tissue. O2 and CO2 are exchanges in these sites by simple diffusion. And you know about diffusion. What is diffusion? Diffusion is movement of molecules or substances from its higher concentration to its lower concentration. That is called diffusion. So you can see clearly in this diagram. This is diagram of alveoli in which air is inspired in alveoli and expired air, and the pressure of air in alveoli PO2 means the pressure of oxygen is about 104 mmHg and pressure of CO2 is about 40 mmHg. If we see the pressure in between two gases O2 and CO2, respiratory gas are O2 and CO2. Atmospheric air pressure normally 159 in atmospheric air pressure of oxygen and 0.3 is of carbon dioxide, and in alveoli 104 PO2 pressure of oxygen and pressure of CO2 is 40, and in blood whenever blood is deoxygenated the pressure of oxygen is 40 mmHg and pressure of CO2 is 45, means CO2's pressure in alveoli or in deoxygenated blood is higher than oxygen, so they can move outside. Now oxygenated blood, the pressure of oxygen is 95 mmHg and pressure of CO2 is 40 mmHg, and in tissue pressure of O2 is 40, and so tissue can receive oxygen by the simple diffusion pressure, and they can excrete CO2 because the pressure of CO2 is 45 mmHg in tissue. So these are the values of atmospheric pressure or the gases of O2 and CO2, because in respiration or in breathing O2 and CO2 are inspired and expired respectively. Pressure contributed by an individual gas is a mixture gas. Because in environment we can breathe all types of gases, but only oxygen is received by alveoli or from alveoli to blood capillaries. This is alveoli, and alveoli wall is very thick, and from alveoli wall these are the capillaries. These are the wall of capillary, and in capillary there is a RBC, and RBC receives the oxygen and it take the CO2 to the alveoli. So alveoli expired CO2 and intake O2. So this is the system of exchange of gases which we can see by this process happens by simple diffusion process. A gradient is present between CO2 and O2, so they are excreted and inhalated oxygen and CO2. Now from alveoli these gases are transported, means oxygen is transported to the tissues and CO2 is transported from tissue to alveoli. So our new topic is transport of gases. Blood is the medium of transport for the O2 and CO2. About 97%. You have to remember about 97% of O2 is transported by RBC. 97% of O2 is transported by RBC. RBC means red blood corpuscles, or we can say erythrocytes. The remaining 3% of O2 is carried in dissolved state through the plasma. Means 3% of oxygen is transported by plasma. And we studied further in our next chapter, circulatory system. The blood is made up of plasma and blood corpuscles. So plasma is 55% and blood corpuscles are 45%. So plasma has 90% water, and this plasma transported oxygen only 3%, and RBC means red blood corpuscles transported oxygen 97%. Nearly 20 to 25% of CO2 is transported by RBC. Means 20 to 25% CO2 is transported by RBC, and oxygen is transported 97%, and 70% means 70% CO2. 70% CO2 is transported in the form of bicarbonate ion. Only 20 to 25% of CO2 is transported by RBC, whereas 70% is carried by bicarbonate. About 7% of CO2 is carried by plasma. Means plasma carried only 7%, and 70% is carried by bicarbonate. Now we can divide transported gases in two parts. First, transport of oxygen, and another transport of carbon dioxide. As we see the composition of blood, so blood is made up of by plasma and blood corpuscles, and blood corpuscles are of three types: RBC, WBC and platelets. And in RBC we know there is color of blood is red due to presence of a pigment hemoglobin. So hemoglobin is the composition of RBC, and hemoglobin is called a respiratory pigment. तो यहाँ एक नंबर का क्वेश्चन बनता है कि रेस्पिरेटरी पिगमेंट कौन सा है, तो आपको जवाब देना है क्या? हीमोग्लोबिन. Hemoglobin means it is made up of heme means iron, and globin is a protein. Globin is protein, and this is respiratory pigment. Hemoglobin is a red colored iron containing pigment present in the RBC. O2 can bind with hemoglobin in reversible manner to form oxyhemoglobin. यानी ऑक्सीजन क्या करती है? ऑक्सीजन हीमोग्लोबिन के साथ क्रिया करके और हीमोग्लोबिन का फॉर्मेशन करती है, और जैसे ही ये टिश्यूज के अंदर जाती है तो ये क्या होता है? रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन है. तो रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन में हीमोग्लोबिन टिश्यू तक ऑक्सीजन ले जाके वहां ऑक्सीजन छोड़ देती है और वापस कन्वर्ट हो जाती है किसमें? हीमोग्लोबिन में. ईच हीमोग्लोबिन मॉलिक्यूल्स कैन कैरी ए मैक्सिमम 4 मॉलिक्यूल ऑफ CO2. 4 मॉलिक्यूल एक हीमोग्लोबिन क्या कर सकती है? 4 ऑक्सीजन के मॉलिक्यूल से रिएक्टेंट हो सकती है. बाइंडिंग ऑफ ऑक्सीजन विद हीमोग्लोबिन इज प्राइमरीली रिलेटेड टू partially presence of O2, partially presence of CO2, hydrogen ion concentration and temperature are the other factor which can interference with the binding. So a sigmoid curve is obtained when percentage saturation of hemoglobin O2 is plotted against the PO2 and PCO2. You can see this is the graph which we obtained by a O2 combines with hemoglobin. A sigmoid curve is obtained with percentage saturations of hemoglobin with O2 is plotted against the PO2. This curve is called oxygen dissociation curve. This curve is called oxygen dissociation curve and is highly useful in studying the effect of factors of PCO2. Hydrogen concentration also. On binding of O2 with hemoglobin in the alveoli where the highest range of oxygen is present and lowest range of CO2 is present. So concentration and temperature also affect this curve. Every 100 ml of oxygen blood can deliver around 5 ml of O2 to the tissue under normal physiological condition. क्या होता है देखिए, ऑक्सीजन जो है ये क्या है, परसेंटेज ऑफ हीमोग्लोबिन है, परसेंटेज ऑफ हीमोग्लोबिन है, और ये क्या है, प्रेशर ऑफ ऑक्सीजन. तो जैसे जैसे ऑक्सीजन का प्रेशर बढ़ता है हीमोग्लोबिन से एसोसिएशन करने की कैपेसिटी भी बढ़ती जाती है, और इस फॉर्म में ये जो कर्व अपने को प्राप्त होता है, ये कर्व प्राप्त होता है सिग्मोइड कर्व, और इस कर्व को क्या कहते हैं, ऑक्सीजन डिसोसिएशन कर्व. तो इस प्रकार से ऑक्सीजन जो है वो क्या करेगी, हीमोग्लोबिन के साथ एसोसिएटेड होके और टिश्यूज तक जाएगी, और टिश्यू में जाने के बाद में टिश्यू जो है वो क्या करेंगे, ऑक्सीजन को एब्जॉर्ब कर लेंगे. नाउ सेकंड, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन ऑफ कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. Transport of carbon dioxide, CO2 is carried by hemoglobin as carb amino hemoglobin about 20 to 25%. The binding is related to the partially pressure of CO2. The binding is related to the partially pressure of CO2 and PO2 is the major which is could affect this binding. When PCO2 is high, when PCO2 is high means pressure of carbon dioxide is high, and PO2 means pressure of O2 is low. Pressure of O2 is low in the tissue. More binding carbon dioxide occurs wherever when the PCO2 is low. Whenever PCO2 is low and PO2 is high, then alveoli dissociated of CO2 from carbonic hemoglobin take place. That is CO2 is bound to hemoglobin from the tissue is delivered at alveoli. RBC contains a very high concentration of enzyme carbonic anhydrase and minute quantity of same is present in the plasma. So the enzyme facility is following reaction is occur, CO2 H2O carbonate and in the presence of carbonate anhydrase it is converted into bicarbonate, and in the presence of bicarbonic anhydrase enzyme bicarbonate is converted into carbonate and hydrogen ion. At the tissue site where partially pressure of CO2 is high due to metabolism, CO2 diffuse into blood RBC means in RBC and plasma and form bicarbonate carbonate and hydrogen ion. At the alveolar site where PCO2 is low, the process in the opposite direction leading to the formation of CO2 and H2O. Thus CO2 trapped as bicarbonate at the tissue level and transported to the alveoli released out as CO2. Every 100 ml, remember ये 1 mark क्वेश्चन बन रहा है, every 100 ml deoxygenated blood delivers approximately 4 ml of CO2 to the alveoli. यानी 100 ml blood क्या करता है, 100 ml blood क्या करता है, 4 ml CO2 का ट्रांसपोर्टेशन करता है. ठीक है, जो अपन ने देखा था कि अगर ऑक्सीजन की बात करें तो एवरी 100 ml क्या करता है, एवरी 100 ml 5 ml ऑक्सीजन का ट्रांसपोर्टेशन करता है, और CO2 का कितना करता है, 4 ml करता है. तो ये अपने को ध्यान में रखना चाहिए. इस प्रकार से ट्रांसपोर्टेशन ऑफ गैसेस होता है. और बाकी इस चैप्टर में 2 चीजें बची है, रेगुलेशन ऑफ रेस्पिरेशन एंड डिसऑर्डर्स ऑफ रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम, वो अपने अगले वीडियो में अपन पढ़ेंगे. तब तक के लिए धन्यवाद.